Right, good morning, team. Good morning, everyone. Right, get ready to rock and roll. Right, I think that's in a bit of frame. We should be good. Should be good to go. Right, beautiful. Here we are. Right, good everyone. Hoping we're not going to have audio issues like we had the other day. I will just check. Yep, doesn't sound too bad on my end. There we go. Okay, nice. Morning, everyone. Coming in hot. Good to see. Some reason today the old Sharpie's not as thick as it normally is. Maybe I need a new one, a whiteboard marker. But if you can't read, yeah, that's really thin. Normally it's a bit fatter than that. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, she's pretty thin. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're just going to do a training session. Nothing too strenuous. Two 20-minute pieces, and we're just going to do the 4-in-1 changes. Okay, so 4 minutes at 20, and then we're going to go 1 minute at 24, and then basically on repeat. And then on the second one, we're going to do 4 minutes at 20, 1 minute at 26, and we'll repeat. And we might. I'm just deciding whether we do the second two as 28s. Maybe we'll see how we're going. We'll throw that in there anyway. But because we're on the same time, it won't matter if you go a little bit more than you want, more or less. But these changes are really good to just throw a higher rating at you, because generally what we're doing is we're stepping through the ratings in more of a linear fashion. Okay, so 20, 22, 24, 26, that type of thing. Whereas what we're doing here is we're just spiking it quite a lot. Okay, so same as what we have done before. The focus is on getting to that 26. Is not about trying to add heaps more power and effort to the machine, but just speed everything up a bit. Okay, so the first one will feel a little bit foreign, obviously, but then we should be a little bit better after that in the second one, into the third one, and so forth. And it will really just allow us to be thinking about our technique and thinking about our movement speeds, okay, and doing it easily using the acceleration. Focus a bit more on the body speed and the leg speed, hand speed, get it around. And so while we're doing mainly technique stuff at that 20, getting a nice rhythm, good zone, holding quite consistent splits, then all of a sudden we spike it up. Then we come back off it. We take sort of 10 seconds to just take a breather. And then we come back into our sort of 20 rate stuff that we were sitting on, make our way back to the numbers, okay, and focus on that easy rhythm from there again, and then spike it again. So we're just having that break up in between it, okay? Very, very simple, and that will suffice, okay? So 20 minutes should give us. It's just a good training one. We're not working too hard in this at all. So this is just a really good training piece for the repertoire. Okay. That's about us. I'll just see. Oh yeah, hi team. Everyone's good. Right. Okay. So as always, I'm just going to finish my coffee. Loves a good coffee, and and then we will get warmed up, ready to rock and roll, okay? Right, here we go. So, just a little bit of warm up. What are we up to here? 5, 6, good. So we'll just warm up as you feel fit, as you see fit, I should say. As you feel fit. We should be feeling fit, hopefully. Okay, I'm just same as I'm a creature of habit. Very, very much a creature of habit. Getting myself moving. Just loosening out. Getting the body into positions. Okay, good. So even now, just staying loose and relaxed. Really supple with the movement. Okay, and just starting to, once we're out that full slide, or sort of feel ourselves in a strong position, holding our form. Now we start to just push it on a little bit more. Feel that effort that we're putting in. Feeling the hang. Okay, really starting to think about that in this last part of the warm-up. Long arms. Feeling those legs, opening out the body. Letting it happen. All is one. One drive. One push. Good. All the way. Okay, just like that. That's good. In my books. Okay. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, so take a sec. Make sure you're set. Got your water. Got a towel if you need it. Put the coffee cup back over this way, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's get ready to rock and roll. So, as always, select workout, new workout, intervals, time. Okay, take that one up to 20 minutes. We're only having a minute rest. Okay, don't need too much. Don't need too much. Trust me, this is good training. Okay, this is aerobic. This is what's building us. This will be good. Okay, just waiting. I'll wait for that flashing. So, 20 minutes, 1 minute rest. Everything sorted, ready to go. Okay, here we go. Right, let's press our check box. Okay. All sorted. Tighten ourselves up. Paint on my feet. Painting yesterday. Didn't quite get it all off, did I? Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? On this one. And row. Okay, so slowly work into our rhythm. Grabbing nice and loose. Being free with our movement. Nice. Go letting those hands around the finish. Continue the cycle. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're staying loose. Feel our speed coming forward as we're nice and loose, not super tense. Okay, we're rolling into the front with the speed of the machine on the recovery. Okay, so the chain and the bungee, we can feel it in our hands. We're rolling forward with it. It's drawing us back to that flywheel. Okay, we can feel it. It's in the hands. It's drawing the body forward. It's drawing the seat with it. We can feel the relationships between our handles, between our feet, and between our seat. Okay, the three of them working together, feeling it together. Okay, good. Feel that push on both feet. It's nice. Okay, as we squeeze both feet together and we press away, pushing against the footboard, and the body's opening out because of it. Good. Nice. Nice and loose in the chest. Feel in the arms. Just feel that hang and drive past the body. Nice and flat. Okay. So, when we're going to make this change up, free everything up. Just feel like we're getting on top of that flywheel and we're tapping it along. Okay? Don't rush. Move with the momentum of the hands. Okay? Straight up to 26 on this one. Now, a little bit of speed, move the hands. Okay, do it easy. Not trying to set speed records in terms of pressure. Just feel the acceleration. Okay, just like that. Okay, speed's dropped. I know it's working harder, but it doesn't feel like I'm having to make it go. I'm just moving with the speed. Okay, good. Just like that, keeping it free, moving the hands. Okay. Going back down. This way. Now. Okay, breathe into it. Okay, now start searching back onto our rhythm. Patience. Good. Breathe into it. Okay, get our control back. Back onto that longer stroke. Time on the drive. Nice. Okay, so let's go back to our feet for a bit. Feel what's happening in your shoes. Feet on the foot straps, pulling a little bit around the finish. Okay. Rolling forward. And we transfer that weight. Feel it on the toes. Balls of the feet. Okay, good. And then we feel that compression as we roll into the front. Press. And we're ready to change. Okay. The very last part with that compression. You just feel it move around. Good. Okay, very nice. Really good. Okay, good. Okay, now long arms. Remember those again. Hang off that front. We stay out of those arms in terms of tension. They're really holding that position, that hang right through the lats, the big muscle group. Remember, just like lifting weights off the floor, the arms, let's do that hanging motion. Don't get too tense or tight. You're just trying to let it draw right through the body in this horizontal position. Okay. So, up to the 24 again. Last one was a little bit freer than 24, but my bad. Okay, but just let it happen because we want to make it quite a decent change. Okay, here we go. This one. Now. Just like that. Okay, if it's a little bit freer, hold it there. What we're trying to find is the movement. There it is. Patience as we forward. Acceleration of the drive. Nice. One push all the way back. Yeah, there it is. That rhythm. Let's sit into that rhythm. Tap it along. Okay, and down. So breathe into it. Hold that length. A little patience around here. Hold our rate. Still with the good intent on the drive. Okay, good. Let's think about this roll around the catch. Feeling the change in direction. Smooth pick up of the flywheel. Good. And as we push, remember the body, get that sequencing right. The legs initiate. The legs start that drive. Remember, we're trying to get that accumulation of the legs and body through there. Sitting back through the stroke. Okay, good. Doing that one push. You should feel the drive right through the feet, all the way through the drive. All the muscle groups tacking in on one another. Okay. We push and swing. Nice. Really good. Nice. Okay, good rhythm. Hang. Okay, nice and loose. Trying to remove as much tension on the recovery so we can work the drive. Relax forward. Okay. Nice. Okay, so remember that. Work and rest. Feeling the ratio. Good hands. Remember, brushing the body. Okay, we're just drawing off the speed of the legs and the body, but just letting that handle move around. Help create the momentum. Feeling the core just there. Help that change. Okay, here we go. Bumping it up again. Free it up. First one. Now. Okay, good. Okay, just like that. Let it loose. Now move with it. Remember, just go for the freedom. Zero tension. Feeling the hang. So Okay, nice, easy speed. Okay, that's really good. Staying loose. Breathe into it. Okay, and down. Okay, we take this a little bit of time. Compose ourselves. Breathe into it. Okay, now we're just back onto 20 rhythm. Okay. Training. Smooth aerobic. 20 strokes a minute. Okay, good. Okay, there it is. Nice patience. Let's focus these armpits for a second. The armpit hang down through the lats. Okay. If we feel too much tension up here, remember we want it to be under. Through here, lats. Big hanging muscles. Okay, nice. Nice rhythm. Nice and smooth. We roll forward and around. Nice. Okay, so keeping this flow, continuous motion. Okay, we're in a good training pace here. Breathing into it. Nice and steady. Okay, being consistent with our pace. Maintaining really nice numbers in our training zone. And doing it as easily as possible. Okay, working, resting. Feel it in the hands. Roll forward, letting that chain roll us to the front. Okay, nice. That's it. Drawing us back. See, coming up. Feeling that compression. Okay, good. Feel that relationship again. Hands, feet, and seat. And press and push. Push and hang. Okay. Last change up. Remember, nice and easy, nice and free. Tap it along. Here we go. This one. Now. Good. Moving with it. Nice. Nice, easy speed. Okay, good motion. That's it. Really good. All the way. Okay, nice. Okay, simple as that. So, roll it out. Nice and easy. Really simple. Okay, so really good. Okay, some things to work on there about going up and down. Okay, and it's about your control. It's about yourself. Really making sure that we're finding that rhythm. Okay. And sticking to that. Okay, so we'll go up a little bit more on this one when we raise it up. But for now, here we go. Now, okay, back onto our training. Feeling that pace. Feel that hang. Okay, it's good. Breathe into it. Okay, that's good. Okay, nice hand. Nice rhythm. Good momentum. Yeah, good. Okay, feeling that press. Both feet. Nice, together. Feeling that come through the drive. Okay, this is good. Coming back onto heart rate. Finding our breathing. Okay, it is going to be a bit awkward. Trying to find the space, especially when we go up and down. Finding out where it is comfortable. It's not going to be one-to-one breathing. Okay. Just find out what's working for you. Get that oxygen in. Air into the lungs. Okay, right. Rolling forward. Let's take a check in the arms and the hands. Feeling the handle. Okay, feeling that it's the leading part of the recovery. That's what draws us forward. Okay, good. Feel it again. Okay, now let's feel our sequence on the recovery. Hands drawn around the finish, drawing the body forward into a good set-up position. Okay, and then the last part of this recovery is finalizing that set position so that we're ready right here, just before we change direction. Then we're ready for the front. Okay. So this time up to 26. Same as. We know how easy it was last time, and those last few to really create our momentum and speed. So let's do that again, just with a little bit more. Here we go. Now, there it is. Feel that push and swing. Remember, not trying to set records, trying to feel the movement. Feel the speed. Good. Holding that, that's good. Nice. Okay, we've kept that really well. And down. Okay. So a good chance there for you guys just to focus. Find that speed yourselves. Okay, now breathe into it. It's going back now to feeling all the drive, the length, the time, under connection. Okay, really good. Okay, good patience. Okay, so really excellent on that one. Now we're getting back onto our training. Working on our rhythm, continuous motion. A good flow. Nice speed. Feel that elastic. Feel the body being loose. Getting ourselves into position without being too tense. Remember the overall flow and the pattern. Okay, this is good. It's really nice. Let's feel the both feet as we push, as we hang, as we open out the body. Okay, feel the drive sequence. Hang, push, body driving off the legs. It's going to feel like everything nearly finishes together there. Okay. Nice sequence, all while we're hanging. Our speed comes from our body weight, our leg power, combining together to create maximum force. Okay, good. All while staying out of the little muscles that'll tire us out. Okay. Nice and patient and continuous. Okay, good. So let's focus this change in direction here. And when we go up, focus both ends, speed around the turns, tap it along. Okay, here we go. Moving up on this one. Now, hands running back. Okay, feel the drive. Good. Smooth. Pick up. In the front. Flywheel. Pick it up. Then smooth. Brush the body. Handles. Good. And down. Okay, breathe it out. Hold the push. Okay, back onto rhythm. Suck it in. Be loose. Relaxed. Okay, let's get back into this momentum. Good rhythm. Good flow. And compress. Okay, roll in. Now that we've got our recovery speed, drawing us 20 rate, get ourselves into the position, be able to push, and sit back. Good. Nice. Okay, open the mouth. Breathing. Good. Very nice. Very smooth. Working with the machine. Working our body sequence. Okay, good. Okay, that's nice. Staying relaxed and smooth. Good. Nice. Feel the hand. Long arms out of the sockets while they hang underneath those armpits. Okay, always checking that hang. We're going to make sure we get a nice pick up. If we miss the pick up, the hang's going to feel quite jolty. Okay, and that's where that compression, feeling that rhythm, picking the flywheel, allows that change, pick up change, to be loose and connected at the same time. Okay. Now, if you want to come, we'll bump this up to 28. Okay, otherwise just keep on your rhythm, We'll talk about the same things, we'll just slightly be out of sync. Okay? So, freeing it up, same way we've been doing it. Here we go. This one. Now, momentum. Feel the swing. Okay, good. There's the motion. Round the turns. Feel the compression. Okay, good. Holding. And down. Okay, good. Breathe it out as we push down. Okay, feeling the patience. Okay, and breathing through that change. Open the mouth. Okay, now let's back onto this rhythm. Pick up. Around the turns. Okay, good. Let's commit. Final part of this. Okay, now we're into the smooth, flat, continuous motion. Both feet. Feel the rhythm. Feel the pickup. Good change. Nice. Good motion. Okay, armpit hang. Remember that. Everything stays low. Big muscle group. Okay, that's nice. It's good motion. Really good. Nice long, drawn out push. Really feeling those handles coming through to us. Nice. Really good. Okay, nice. Good rhythm. Good flow. Nice compression. Nice roll. Hands around. Okay, so we come into this last one. Not doing anything different than we have in all the previous pieces. Free it up. Get on top of the new flywheel speed. Here we go. Moving in. This one. Now, nice. Okay, feel that looseness. Feel the hang. Good. Good. Hold this rhythm. Hold the form. And down. Okay. Really good team. Right. While you guys warm down, I'm just busting to take a leak. So you guys warm down. I'll be back here shortly. Okay. Only a minute or two, and then we'll do some Q&A. Okay. I think we're back. So, oh yeah, it's only a bit over a minute. It's great. The garden, get a bit of a watering. Okay, so let's just warm down. Okay, same as always. Just really working out any lactic acid build up. Okay, be nice and smooth. So really, really good piece there, because as you notice, we've done 40 minutes. Okay, we bumped the heart rate a little bit here and there. Okay, and if we were working in a good way, we should have found our heart rates would have tailed off. Okay, after we've done the piece. Okay, back won't just drop straight away. It'll take a little bit. We get back onto a rhythm. We hold it there. Okay, and at the same time, we potentially shouldn't have seen too much of a spike, because we're trying to do it really efficiently. Okay, really smoothly around, and just really adding to that power and speed of the flywheel. Okay, just with freedom of movement and speed, rather than outright sort of strength. Okay, and that's one of the good things about just throwing in some like rate change pieces like that, is that it just gives us a really, really nice difference with a normal ladder. Okay, the normal interval training, we're going up and down, or we're going up, pyramid work, whatever. This just has a slightly different feel to it. So, as you would have probably felt when you come off the end of some of the rate stuff, you find that patience, you find that time that you're getting drawn forward, and even myself, I felt sometimes I was getting drawn forward and I'm like, oh, I'm at the catch. I wasn't ready for it. Okay. So it teaches you that difference between having to roll forward, but also change that pace around the front to keep things moving rather than being slow, yeah, oh shit, and not quite getting it. And that's quite a good thing to train. Okay, so some of that sort of rate hike bits and pieces like this is really good. Another one that I like to do, which is a little bit harder again, is 2-minute changes. So you can go sort of 20, you could do, depending on what you're doing, you could do 20-minute sets again. You go 20, 22, 20, 22, 20, 22, go back to 20, then you go 20, 24, 20, 24, 24. Okay, and that's the first one. And then the next one could be 20, 22 again. And then the second half, 20 and 26, and that just gives you a different feeling again. Okay, because that holds the fatigue level slightly higher. But at the same time, generally, whatever you're trying to do on here, you've got to be using it to hold form, okay, and focus on the technique, because you've got to get the technique right all the way through. Okay, if we get it right at 20, should be able to transfer it to 24, should be able to transfer it to 26 or 28, okay, within reason, by keeping the hands moving. We've got to learn what we're trying to hold here at 20, the basic fundamentals of it, and then just stretch it into that higher rate. So we have to do it quicker. The movements have to move faster, so that by the time we get right up to pace, we know where we need to be. We know the feeling that we need to be picking up around the front. We're not trying to be real heavy with it. We're trying to move with the speed of the machine, tap it along. Okay, so we get it up to speed with some energy, and then we just tap it along. Okay, and that's probably one of the keys around doing, especially sort of middle distance. I should like 1,000 meters and above is really all about your pickup, not letting the machine slow down. Okay, simple as that. You get it up to speed, you use some energy, and then you just keep trying to hold the numbers, tap it along as efficiently as you can. Okay, you're not trying to power it and using like huge amount of force to make it move. Now, if you were doing like a 500, different story. Who cares? Go as hard as you can. Okay, within reason, keep the technique, try and keep that spinning as much as you can, but for that minute and a half to 2 minutes, okay, it's not such a big deal. Okay, it's not a deal breaker. Okay, and that's why the big people, they go fast at the 500, because they can just absolutely smash it out. Okay, right, I'll see what we've got. Okay, so here we go. Audio's fine, blah, blah, blah. Did 10-minute time trial today, so we'll do this later. Thanks, Andy, Ronnie, Eric. My kids coach is telling me that my inability to break into the mid-sixes for the 2Ks because I'm not using my body weight and I'm too aggressive at the catch. He did not explain. I think exactly what we talk about through the piece, Ronnie, is that if you're trying to make it happen here, okay, that's not where the power of the machine is created. Okay, we drew the graph the other day. Okay, it looked like that. Boom. The power is created okay, it's initiated here, but this is where the bulk of it is the max power, which is this part of the stroke. When this is going and this is coming with you. Okay, so if we do that too much off the catch, okay, we never have the ability to use the body swing through the middle. Okay, so if we shoot our legs like that and then we try and go, we never get the ability to hinge the body off like that through the middle of the stroke. So yes, body weight is the key through here, because these have got power, but this has also got power. Okay, so if we combine this with this, we get that. Okay, and that's the sit back through the stroke. So it is just about working on it. Honestly, chuck your phone on a seat, take some video, take 5 minutes, go through, do 10-minute piece, go 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Sit down and watch it. See what happens. Have a look at yourself. Just see what we've been doing on here and what I talk about, and go, actually, I can see how my body does lift too early, or I can see how it's not quite getting connected through here, or whatever. And just have a look at it and analyze yourself. And then use that to say, okay, this is where I need to work on, because the power in the stroke comes right through the middle. Okay, that's where you can reach the top peak force. Okay, and ultimately, yes, we want to be able to create the area underneath the graph, which is where the watts come in. But we've still got to be able to have the potential to, when everything's onto it, that it's creating a force where this plus this equals top force. Okay, but if we get the sequencing wrong, and we never quite get the combination of the legs and the body working together at the same point in time, we'll never really quite hit that maximum potential. Okay, so that's really the situation around that, Ronnie. But yeah, he is saying that, and that aggressiveness at the catch. Just remember, okay, that you don't have to make it go from there. Okay, when we're using that momentum, remember you're coming in and away. You're coming in and away. You don't have to come in and think, I've got to do that. Okay, that's not where the power's been created. We're picking it up here, and remember, power through there. Okay, so just remember, if you're thinking that and it's really heavy here at that first part, we're just not quite picking the front up when we're not initiating it. The power is created once we're through the middle of that stroke. Okay, so keep working on that. Jason, thanks, Eric. Been working since during the live. It's been a great workout. Back in the groove. Good. Nice rhythm. Did your workout on slides for the first time? Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, slides are an interesting one. I like slides. They're really good technically. I used to tighten the bungee backwards so that I didn't keep crashing into the front. Shouldn't say that too hard. But yeah, it's they're really nice to get momentum. Now, the one thing I would say with slides is that you'll probably find that your rating's quite a bit higher. Okay, we found it very, very difficult to even try and rate sort of 20 on the slides. We sort of found that the 22 was a nice spot, but same thing with the slides. If you rush into the front, boom, you hit the front, right? You've really got to let that piece come underneath you, which is this whole being loose and relaxed here almost, and just letting your feet lift up, come to you, so you can, and that change in direction around the front. If you hit the front, you push the machine, okay, but if you get that nice smooth feeling, ultimately it works really well. Debbie, thanks, first time I've joined. Yep, awesome, thank you. Plenty of workouts back in the log, so go back and do the whole lot. There's hundreds. Creature habit, any tips for racing at a time of day when I'm normally fast asleep, 1:45 a.m. Saturday morning? Yeah, okay. I'd say you probably need to sleep during the day. Okay. Have a sleep during the day, in the afternoon, and then just make sure that you're eating something sort of 11 o'clock, 10, 11, sandwich, banana, something, eat something at sort of 12, banana, and then you'll be good to go. But even have a coffee, not gonna lie, because ultimately, yeah, it's not a great time, but you've got to try and keep your body, you've got to try and have your body awake, okay? And even though it's not in the right place, I would even say that you'd be best to jump on the rowing machine and say do like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, about an hour before, maybe even like an hour and 80 minutes, okay? 80 minutes before, just jump on and just row, okay? Just to wake the body up, okay? And then get prepared and then do it, because ultimately you've just got to keep that body awake, because the body's trying to go to sleep, but ultimately you need it to be wide awake. Okay, Vicky, thanks. Stephanie, thanks, Eric, enjoyed the piece. Like suggestion, 2-minute change as well. Yeah, it's a good one. You said start at the little muscles that tire us out, a bit more avoiding specific muscles. Thanks, Barbara. Just bits and pieces like up here, Barbara, like little shoulder muscles, or your biceps and triceps. If we're doing this, they wear out really fast. And of course, you know what it's like if you've been lifting something too much all day, or you've been holding your hand up painting. You're just like, oh. And it's those little muscle groups that just wear out, and when they're tired, it makes you feel like you're tired and you're buggered. Okay, and so when you're holding onto the handle, you're like, oh, I can't hold on, I'm really tight. And that's the little muscle groups. Whereas they hang very well, they don't work very well. Okay, so there's a difference between hanging and working. Okay, so you know we can hang really strong power and stuff like through here at maximum strength, but if we get tense in these little muscles trying to hold on, that's where we'll wear them out, and that's where we start getting, like, you see people doing a sprint and they look a bit like a T-Rex because they've had to grab with the handle to do this, you know. Whereas if you're just trying to stay as long as you can and use the big groups, these muscles, okay, big back muscle, just all of that, you can hang off this really well for a long period of time. But the moment we get a little bit tense or we get up here in the shoulders, okay, that's what gets us tight. Okay, so we try and stay as loose as we can, because the more that these take over, if we do it properly, the first part that should start basically wearing down is like, man, I just don't think I can push my legs anymore. Okay, and so your legs tire up and then you shorten up on the slide. Okay, and when you're at that position, you know that you've really, really managed to work the legs well, use the body well. Okay, and that's how we should be failing. We should be failing by not being able to actually push anymore, push any harder, rather than being tense and tight up through here or on the arms or on the forearms, you know, all of that. If we get really tense and tight there, we know we've just been holding on to those muscles for too much rather than just hanging. Okay, I can't stress enough how much a hang, you know, we can do. We've all seen it, and I'll use the examples. You see these guys deadlifting like 500 pounds, you know, off the ground. What are they using? They're hanging on their arms, hanging. Okay, they can still lift 500 pounds. Okay, but they're using all of these big muscle groups to be able to lift it up off the ground. But at the same time, these tiny little muscles up in here are just hanging. They're hanging. They've got a really strong hang tension, okay, but they don't have a very strong work tension. Okay, so that's basically the gist of it. So the more we hang, okay, the less we're going to tire out those little muscle groups. Thanks, team. Chris, Kevin, when you get the legs with the body swing right, should we feel kind of a pressure transfer from the mid to low abdominal into the back of the pelvis? Yeah, it does slightly. Yes, I will say that. Because ultimately what's happening is that we've got to make, like, we'll get told, and we all learn this sequence, right, as we start the thing. Okay, we all start like this because it's how it's done. Okay, but as we get better, we flow it into this one easy movement and rhythm. So yes, as you feel that push, okay, we should feel that the legs are pushing all of this, the core's connected. Okay, we feel a little bit of tension through the back so that when we're in this position here, we really feel that transfer. And you can feel it back onto the seat, okay, through the glute muscles as well, like when we're doing this. Okay, so we're just really getting this. See how I've got this hang? And this is why half slide exercise, even just doing bits like this, really gets you working, trying to get the body forward, okay, and then feeling that push and swing through there. Okay, feeling that transfer. So we do transfer back a little bit onto the back, right through, because all of this is working together in that sequence to be able to do it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we all do it slightly different. Okay, and I'm really here to just sort of teach you a couple of the things to make sure we steer away from. Okay, one being doing this, okay, does nothing. Whereas when we do the transfer like that, okay, see how easy that was, because all the power's already been created here. There's virtually no power here, but we're back on to the next one. Okay, same around the front, picking that up smoothly. So yeah, feel that. It's really about, probably, if you want to find some bits and pieces, doing exercises when you get on the machine. Okay, you see how I warm up. Okay, and I just start from the back and I get my body moving just with the supple knees, and then I come half slide so I can really feel this, the legs to the hands, okay, at the half slide, and then I move it out further. So that's a very good exercise just to be working on on a general basis. Okay, and the other one to try and to figure all of that stuff out is the straight arms off the front. Okay, so It's not about setting records. We just got to feel the change and the push. Okay, we do that. I don't even normally go all the way down with my legs because I know that my legs don't go all the way down before the body comes in. So this straight arm exercise off here is just picking it up, feeling the press, feeling all of this connecting, okay? So we're holding body. Okay, now we start doing this so we can feel the push and the body take over, not using any arms, feeling that, okay? So we feel that again. And then we do pull, let the hands come to us, okay? So we do that for a bit. Then we go back, okay, and we feel the change in the pick, hang under the armpits, open the body. So we feel the push, the open and the swing, okay, and then all the way out. So we do have to break it down, okay? If we want to get better at it, we can just row, but sometimes we've got to go back and just get the feelings while we're fresh, while we're doing at the start of the workouts, okay, onto the feet, just feel those little things. And in a way, because we don't have coaches that are sitting right beside us or and bits and pieces like that, we've really got to just get that feeling up here about what I'm sort of talking about, what other people probably talk about. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I hope I communicate enough to be able to get that message across so that when you're at home, you're like, oh, that's right. I can actually feel when I feel that compression and the stretch of my ankles, the calves, and I can feel the change as I push everything back. Okay, so that's why there's resources here. That's why we're trying to help you out, because at the end of the day, we just want everyone to go better. Okay, simple as that. Right, that's enough for me. I got plenty to set up for the day. Lots to do. And you guys got the rest of your weekend to sit down, have a couple of beers, probably watch some sport, maybe. I'm going to go watch some golf, actually, while I'm doing some work. It's going to be fun. Okay, one more, Kevin. Thanks so much for been working on this to stop the pain I was generating when rowing. Thank you. Okay, yeah. If you're getting pains, ultimately, we're probably not doing things correctly, or you have underlying issues in some of your areas. Okay, so maybe like yarn to a physio, bits and pieces. But rowing shouldn't be super painful in terms of joint movement or muscle movement. As if we're getting the sequencing and stuff right together, it can get sore, hip flexors if we're not tight, by doing rowing, that bits and pieces, if we're pulling ourselves too much, just little bits and pieces like that. Okay, but otherwise, yeah, no pain is good. Okay, simple as that. Okay, team, thanks very much. And we'll communicate next week's time because we might have to do it an hour or so later. Okay, but that's about all. Okay, and I'll just double check because if we've got everyone doing all their like British stuff, yeah, we might. Yeah, we'll play it by ear. So just keep an eye out on mail outs. Jump on YouTube. Jump on Facebook or Instagram. Follow me, and we'll get all the message out to everyone. Okay. Otherwise, have a great time. Thanks everyone. Remember, stay safe. Get a vaccine. Social distance. Wear a mask. Do not take animal wormer. It's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay. Thanks, team. We'll see you guys later.